Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the trading table. This is Andrew. Joined with me is Landon, and today we're going to be going over some of the biggest movers of the market, what to watch for tomorrow, and more. Looking at our heat map here, we could see that market was mostly red today, but tech definitely had a bounce back, right? So that's why the market finished green. Honestly, all of this doesn't matter as long as the big five are green. The market will be doing fine. So Nvidia definitely rebounded today. After its pullback yesterday, so it definitely compensated for that and more. SPY here, intraday it had its usual intraday sell-off, and then boom, right back up to 544. We've been sitting around this 544 level for quite some time now, been chopping around it, so it would be interesting to see a break in these coming days, weeks maybe, back up to some nice all-time highs. But yeah, like I said, Nvidia, they pulled back quite a bit yesterday. It was over 6%, and then now they're up closer to 7% today, and they're up in after market. Looking at PDD real quick, right? We did break below this 140.30 support. Unfortunately, the market, good luck trying to sell anything right here. I'm pretty sure options trading closed for PDD at 330 anyway, so nothing you can do there. But if it does stay below this, I personally will be cutting because this is my stop loss right here, this 140.20. But obviously the order did not go through because it broke below and it was after 330. Can't really sell after 330 with PDD. So what are you gonna do, right? It's definitely not gonna go much lower in my opinion. Honestly. Tomorrow morning we could see it rebound, but it could really go either direction. And if we look at this article right here, unfortunately they are down 7 consecutive days on pace for the longest losing streak since April 2023, right? Which is very, very unfortunate. But if we take a look at think or swim real quick, right, we could see that big money is clearly still in this. They're probably going to eat this dip. I wouldn't be surprised. So, at the end of the day, still bullish on PDD, but I have my own personal stop losses that I am going to abide by. So if we do open tomorrow below like this 140.20 area, I will be cutting and looking to re-enter at a later time, providing that big money is still in. AMD had one of its most volatile days in a while. Just, chips as a whole just kind of started off the morning a little iffy. Besides, Nvidia has just been an uptrend most of the morning. But tech as a sector kind of was, downtrending a little bit during the morning, and then they rebounded very nicely. AMD has been on a roller coaster today. The VIX is back down to 12.84. So we were up around the 13.5 area, even higher than that a few days ago, right? But, we are back down to 12.84, which is what I like to call big money weather. So, if we can stay at this level, you could definitely see an increase in the level of bot plays that we get with money behind it. Would not be surprised if tomorrow, a lot went shopping. KWeb is down quite a bit. KWeb used to be something we watched quite oftenly. Big money exited, I exited, stop lost out. So, if we jump out to a month here, right, we can see KWeb's been on quite the downtrend. So, Landon's been going over one of our plays for today, but that is definitely down. But looking at our play from yesterday, right, we had that Intel play, and Intel just chopped around a lot. I do really like this play. There's a lot of money in Intel to the upside, so just keep this on your guys' watch list. You can copy down my levels I have here, but this morning would have been pretty ideal to buy in this dip right here. That would have moved very, very nicely. But what are you gonna do, right? I'm actually going to go ahead and add Intel to my watch list right now because I forgot to do that. So, yeah, Intel, remember, there's a lot of money in it to the upside. Definitely worth watching. Jump into Landon now for our big money play of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. To start the day, the VIX was kind of high, so we only got 2 plays. First one being for ticker symbol DASH, DoorDash. Just to reiterate the play for you guys, it's a call option contract. Strike of 125, expiration of 8/16/2024, and total premium count of 1.3 million and a total volume of 4K. Solid data there. And looking at the chart for today, it's a pretty good movement today. Um, if we if we look at the chart today, the bot called it at 10:11 a.m. and from there, just pretty good upside movement. Then we had a massive sell off, so that's a little worrisome. But overall, the last few days, it's been kind of uptrending. So I wouldn't be too worried about the sell off we saw towards the end of the day. Definitely looking for it to go upwards tomorrow for sure because of the trend. It sold, but it didn't sell lower than it started the day. So that kind of shows you that there's a pretty good upwards trend. Moving on to our next one, we have ticker symbol FXI. And just to reiterate the play for you guys, put option contract, strike of 25, expiration of 8/16/2024, total premium count of 514K, total volume of 16K, which is insane. That's a lot of volume right there. And yeah, today we saw it absolutely move down like crazy. Really good play there. Bot called it at 10:30 a.m. and from there it just went straight down. Amazing play from the bot there. And then we didn't see any big money plays for a while until the VIX actually lowered to 12, right? And then we got like 3 plays end of the day. First one being for ticker symbol ON. And just to reiterate the play for you guys for this one, it's a call option contract, strike of 80, expiration of 1/17/2025. That's a lot of time there. Total premium count of 557K and total volume of 1K. We didn't see too much movement here. A lot of chop, pretty much just a chop day for this one, but that's okay since there's a lot of time there. 1/17/2025. Definitely not worried about how it's moving today. Any play right now, for semiconductors is going to be a solid play. Big money. Everybody's kind of upwards on semiconductors, which is you know, a little worrisome just because if everyone's so high on it, there could be a potential for it to pull back because there's so much volume and the market's really unpredictable. But pretty good play there. Definitely a lot of time there, so wouldn't put too much thought into that one. Moving on to our next one, we have for ticker symbol RDDT, Reddit, and to reiterate the play for you guys, it's a call option contract, strike of 65, expiration of 8/16/2024, total premium count 700K, total volume of 2K, and I mean the stock just absolutely printed up. Pretty good play there. Bot called it a little late because VIX was so high for a little bit. Called it at like 3:30, so wasn't a lot of movement if you're in the Discord, but definitely a lot of upside potential for it tomorrow, just because of this volume it's seeing. But moving on to our final one, it's for ticker symbol MPC. Um, and this one is a call option contract, strike of 190, expiration of 6/20/2025. So that's a lot of time there. Total premium count of 732K and total volume of 441. Volume's low because premiums are super high. Today we saw it have a really pretty good day. It just went up, right? That's what you love to see. Bot called it literally the last 2 minutes of the market open, so wasn't a lot of money to be made for us. But with an expiration of 6/20/2025, I guess they're just betting on Marathon Petroleum, having in the next year moving upwards. So wouldn't be too worried on how it moves this week. But if big companies, big investors are putting money into stocks for the long run, like if the contract has a lot of time, um, there's pretty good indication that they're kind of they're pretty strong on their thesis here for the stock to move up. So could be a pretty good play. Definitely gonna watch these. Only one that I really loved today was DoorDash and Reddit. But overall, all the other contracts little iffy. Definitely gonna watch all of them. But other than that, back to you, Andrew.
Yeah, Landon. Sometimes these aren't some of the best plays, but Nevertheless, keep an eye on all of them, as sometimes they do present to be pretty good in the end, right? So, you don't have to enter it as soon as the bot calls it, but definitely keep an eye on it, because where there's money, it'll move. All right. It might be a small move, big move, whatever it is, it'll move. Looking at this FXI one though, just China stocks in general, there's been a lot of short-term bearishness on them. Not so much like all China stocks, but FXI, KWeb, these ETFs, these large cap ETFs. There's been a lot of puts for them, so just keep an eye on that. That could get pretty interesting here for China stocks and for our golden goose PDD, which personally I'm not too worried about. I think it can recover, so we'll just keep an eye on PDD and see how it does. If we jump out to the hour chart real quick, we can see, if I make it look normal, that when it touches this level, sometimes it just kind of chops around a bit, right? Before finally moving up more, with the exception of this earnings candle there, especially over here, right? This 140.30 level, right? It kind of struggled to break out here. It would kind of like dip below, struggle, whatnot. So don't be too scared here on that, right? And even if we go back to more historical data, and this is why I like PDD so much, is we can go back so far, because this isn't a new price for PDD to hit. So we have a lot of evidence of what can happen here based on historic factors. And you can see that back in January, right, it stayed around this level for like a whole week. It would go up, go down, go up, go down, which honestly I don't mind if it does, right? As long as it doesn't break below way too low. So just keep watching PDD. This is the play to watch right now. There's so much money in it, and definitely one I have high on my watch list. Yes, looking at our earnings calendar here, right? We have FedEx after close. Carnival reported today. Looks like they did pretty good with those earnings. So that guy who's in Carnival calls must know something, because he's definitely pretty happy right now. That contract did have a lot of time to it, so I mean, probably didn't mind holding through earnings. But nevertheless, MU, we got reporting on after close on Wednesday. I'm definitely gonna be watching that, and also Walgreens. But other than that, once again, you have your PCE and your crude oil inventories. Pretty boring week. Not a lot going on. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning to the trading table. This has been Andrew and Landon, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at market close.